So welcome to our January 31st yoga practice. And take a moment to arrive for yourself. So again, as you find your seat, you might explore closing your eyes, settling in, and tune in to what inspired you to show up on your mat for practice today. As we take this time at the beginning of our practice, we're shifting gears. So give yourself a chance to release the activities of your day, to acknowledge any impressions that you may have taken in. Just noticing the events of your day, any effect that they have had upon you, just without judgment. We're just in a space of self-study, svadhyaya. In this self-study, we become curious, we witness. Just witnessing here, you might scan through your physical body and notice, is there anything happening for you and your body today? Maybe a little different than yesterday. Perhaps there are some thoughts that have come with you in the layer of yourself that is your mind. I'm just noticing, just taking stock of the ingredients. And then perhaps if there are any emotions present. You'll notice how your body will give you feedback on the things that you have taken in. So perhaps if we go too far into scanning through the mind body, we could start to have a physical response. Maybe we start to feel a little tight or scrunched in our forehead, and just let this be a feedback system. And you might even begin to use the tool, the power of our breath to help to shift and let it go. Shifting our attention from anything that's getting sticky. So just as I mentioned in the intro about the Ayurveda system guiding us towards optimal health through our best digestion, we also want to have the digestion not only of the food that we eat, but also the impressions that we take in through our senses. The things that we see and hear, the things that we read, just allowing for the healthy digestion of the impressions that we take in from the world around us. Here, I would like to invite you to bring your awareness to the movement of your breath. And here we won't try to change the breath. We're just going to again observe and notice. you could start to become aware of any areas in your body that perhaps feel a little more congested. As we shift our attention to the breath, we might notice if we're finding greater ease on the inhalation or perhaps the exhalation. As you bring this awareness to your breath, I'd like to invite you to find any little organic movements. So letting your body respond to what your breath is feeling and finding. Maybe you give a little roll of your shoulders very slowly. It's moving very mindfully. Perhaps it's a side to side sway, or even a bit of a rounding back through your spine or lifting forward. And again, you might opt to, based on what is happening for your breath awareness in your self-study, you might decide to stay in stillness. Our practice inviting you to find all of the ways in which you are responding to this awareness from the inside, from how it feels, from your breath, letting yourself respond. So sharing with you first a poem by David White. It's called Sweet Darkness. When your eyes are tired, the world is tired also. When your vision has gone, no part of the world can find you. Time to go into the dark, where the night has eyes to recognize its own. There, you can be sure you are not beyond love. The dark will be your home tonight. The night will give you a horizon further than you can see. You must learn one thing. The world was made to be free in. Give up all the other worlds, except the one to which you belong. Sometimes it takes darkness and the sweet confinement of your aloneness to learn. Anything or anyone that does not bring you alive is too small for you. Anyone or anything that does not bring you alive is too small for you. Inhaling and exhaling. One more poem that will guide us into our practice. We've been doing a lot in these sessions with the vagus nerve, and so we're really working to settle into a space of a calm nervous system. This is a poem by William Stafford, The Way It Is. There's a thread you follow. It goes among things that change, but it doesn't change. People wonder about what you are pursuing. You have to explain about the thread, but it is hard for others to see. While you hold it, you can't get lost. Tragedies happen, people get hurt or die, and you suffer and get old. Nothing you do can stop time's unfolding. You don't ever let go of the thread. Using the breath awareness to keep you connected to this thread. Here, I would like to invite you to bring your hands together and just gently rub your palms, generating a little heat in your hands. And then either having your hands in front of your heart in a prayer position, or perhaps if it feels all right for you, you might place one hand flat onto your upper chest or heart center, and then the other hand on top of the first. Just tuning into your breath again here, tuning in as well to this sensation of touch, this sweet nutrient. So as we continue to explore regulating our nervous system, signs of a regulated nervous system are feeling calm and alert, an ability to think clearly and logically, feeling grounded and at ease. Movements are smooth and coordinated, aware of body and breath, healthy sleep cycles, and able to communicate to others clearly. So perhaps taking these as some of our intentions for this new moon, as we step into the energy moving us towards spring. May we experience the ability to think clearly and logically, the ability to reflect upon our choices and to make healthy decisions, and to feel calm and alert. And then if you have a personal intention for your practice, you might just pause, a little smile into your heart space, bowing to that light within. And slowly, gently, when you're ready, you can start to release your hands, open your eyes, lift your gaze. Very good. All right. Let's take a moment here to inhale in through the nose. Exhale as you release your right ear towards your right shoulder. Now you're breathing along the side of your neck. And if you'd like, you might take your eyes to look over to the right as well. Now keep your head off to the side, getting this stretch along the side of your neck, helping to open up the area around your vagus nerve. Head stays to the side and your eyes will just look to the left. Your head is still over to your right. Your eyes are looking to the left. Good. And then let your eyes look again to your right. And then really take your time here to bring your head gently back to center. Inhale. Exhale, pause for a moment, eyes open or closed. Take a breath or two here. And then second side, when you're ready, release your left ear towards your left shoulder. Good. And as you're breathing, you let your eyes look to your left as well. So research has shown and is getting a lot more attention around the vagus nerve and how it has such an effect and impact. And it's found a lot around, closest to the surface, around our face, around our eyes. Keeping your head off to your left side, take your eyes to the right for a moment. Slow, smooth, even breaths. And then let your eyes go to your left again. And then take your time when you're ready. You can come back, bringing your head gently to center. Inhale. And exhale. Here, I'd like to invite you to put your left hand onto your heart center. And then inhale, reaching your right arm open behind you. Good. Come back to center, switching sides. Bring your right hand to your heart center. And then inhale, feeling your left arm open. Good. Take your time, very slowly moving again from side to side. Bring your hand to your heart. And maybe you experiment, maybe you exhale as you reach open. Coming back to center, switching hands. So you're always staying connected to your thread. Hand onto your heart, connected to the sense of being connected in yourself. And then coming back to center. There is indeed a deer out in the driveway. How fascinating. Good. All right. Here at center, relax your arms by your sides. And again, these can be done in a chair or on the floor, however you are finding your seat. Inhale, reach all the way up to the sky. And now bring your right hand to the earth behind you and your left hand across to the opposite knee. Good. Now, as you're breathing here in this twist, let your head begin to turn as well. And you'll direct your eyes, if you're twisting to your right, you'll direct your eyes to the right as well. Now we will experiment again. You'll stay in your twist. Turn your eyes to your left. And then take your eyes to your right again. And as we come back to center, inhale, reach up to the sky and really let yourself enjoy this. Let it feel good. And then twisting to the second side. This time, perhaps your left hand coming behind you, your right hand to the opposite leg. Good. Now, as you're twisting to your left, let your eyes look to your left as well. And then stay in the twist and let your eyes turn to your right. And then gently draw your eyes to the left again. And as you come back to center, inhale, float your arms up, 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 up. Good. Exhale as you gently release your arms all the way back down. Good. Again, you might take a moment, hands resting onto your legs. Perhaps close your eyes so you can tune in. Sometimes we find that we feel more connected when our eyes are closed. When we open our eyes, going out and connecting with the world around us. How do we find where we stay connected to that thread within? Sometimes we have the other pattern. Sometimes we find that we feel more connected with our eyes open, connecting. Just finding the balance, finding your thread. Good. All right. And then eyes open or closed. We'll do a breath here, which you can utilize at any point should you feel like there could be an increase of stress or anxiety. I found that just simply going to the store yesterday shifted me a little. So I have a post-it note next to my car keys now that say, shields up. Like, oh. So having the intentionality, no matter what we're doing, to stay connected to our thread, to find the way that you stay connected to your thread. And if we don't, there's a practice that's called the straw breath. There are many methods with the straw breath. With this one, we'll just do the straw on the exhalation. So what we'll do is we'll find an inhale in through our nose. And then as if you're blowing out through a straw. When you are about 80%, exhale the rest of the way through your nose and let your belly squeeze in. Exhale, empty all the way out. Good. And then relax that and inhale. And between these, we'll take just a few rounds of our natural breath, just so that we can again notice the effects, just observing and noticing without having to do the breathing excessively. Good. So let's do this again. When you are ready, it will be an inhale in through your nose. And then a straw breath out through your mouth, just slowly, slowly. Again, when you're at about 80%, switch to breathing out through your nose. Squeeze to empty. This is activating the vagus nerve around your abdomen, around your navel. Then squeeze. And then relax that. Inhale. And again, take a few rounds of breath here. Just notice. Good. Now, for a third one, I'll let you go at the pace that's right for you. So picking your timing. Again, really finding the ways that work for you to stay connected to your thread. So your inhale in through your nose. Straw breath out through your mouth. Again, at about 80% of that exhale, switch to exhaling the rest of the way out through your nose. Squeeze a little gently through your abdomen to get to empty. And then relax through your abdomen when you're ready to inhale. All right. Here, let's just give a little stretch around. Go ahead and open out through your legs, especially if you've been sitting cross-legged for a bit. Open up through your legs. Just run your hands gently down, up and down your legs. All right, so just a massage. So the tactile sense gives our nervous system that grounded feeling of knowing where we are in space. Touch is very nourishing and healing. So just having that massage, and as you're just doing a couple more times down the space of your legs, you're also starting to activate a little bit of a forward fold. So not going dramatically into a forward fold, but just leaning forward a bit and starting to open up through your back. Good. All right. And then maybe you're ready to come into a cross-legged position again, or not. And then here we'll take just a few shoulder circles. So again, if cross-legged is not working for you, you can always sit up on the props. You can sit up on a block or a blanket, maybe a big old pillow, or you can do most of this sitting in a chair. All right, so circling one way and then the other. And then let's take our arms out and let's just move very gently so you're circling at your elbows. Just being gentle with your elbows, just getting circling here of your forearms. Inhale, exhale, and circle gently, mindfully the other way. Not huge twist of the elbows, but just a little awakening. And then circling through your wrist. Perhaps there's a little crunching in there. I avoided the dry cashews yesterday so that I wouldn't exhibit super dry, airy joints, and then moving through your fingers. All right, very nice. And then side body stretch. So getting into the sides of our body, again, allowing for that opening of our breath. So here, plant your left hand. I'm trying to do the mirror. I'm not sure if the camera is going the same way. And here, let's inhale, reach your right arm all the way up and beginning to lean over to the side. Now, if that doesn't work for your shoulder, please feel free to have your arm maybe even out to the side. You can have your hand onto your elbow. Mostly we're just aiming to open up through the rib cage, through the side body. If your arm is up and over, you might experiment with a little bend of your elbow. Just letting it be your practice. So feeling how you're getting the compression on one side and then the opening and expansion on the other side. Right. Turn a little, reaching, looking towards the floor, feeling open again. And then take your time, slowly coming up. Inhale and exhale. Take breath at the middle. Again, you're going to digest the pose. So digesting the energy that has moved and shifted from that first side. And then when you're ready, plant your right hand, lift your left arm up, inhale, and exhale as you hinge over to the side. So again, here, honoring the body that you find yourself in, maybe your fingertips are on your shoulder, or maybe your arm just stays down. You're leaning over to the side, still getting a really great opening through your fascia, through your intercostals, through your whole side body. Also acknowledging the compression on the other side. You're giving a little squeeze, perhaps even, for the internal organs. Just giving that little massage, encouraging that healthy digestion. Good. Again, that little bend of your top elbow. Maybe turning to look towards the floor. Just let it be organic. Breathing into it for your own self. Good. All right. And then coming back up. Inhale, release your arms back down. Exhale. Sweep both of your arms up to the sky as you inhale. You might even explore looking up as your hands touch, and then let your exhale sweep your arms out wide again, all the way back down by your sides. Good. All right. We'll take a very gentle neck circle here. So just slowly turning your head. Now, maybe for you, your neck would prefer just the front half of a circle. Maybe you are doing small circles. Take your time to really tune in to what is right for you today. Being fully aware. So our yoga practice is helping us to expand our awareness. So we're really tuned in. Where when our body starts to have any pockets of tightness or tension, change the direction here. And as I mentioned with the sister science of Ayurveda, we also start to become really tuned in and aware of the effects of what else we're taking in, the food that we're taking in, the impressions we take in through our senses. We notice what affects our sleep. We begin to notice what affects our mood. Just letting that awareness direct us and guide us from the inside out to our own optimal health. Let's bring ourselves back to center. Inhale fully. Maybe this time exhale through your mouth. Yeah, good. All right. Taking your fingertips and just lightly brush across your forehead. Just a nice brushing across your forehead. And if you would like, you might even just start it off. You could take the sweeping from the crown of your head down towards your ears. So again, the vagus nerve is closest to the surface around our face. So as we have been doing in our classes together, we'll do another little bit of a massage. So we'll start off right up where the bridge of the nose by the inside parts of our eyebrows. So it doesn't have to be a really deep tissue massage. It's just the communication, the conversation between your fingertips and your face. So it might be just little tiny circling. You could explore taking your fingers out, just slowly circling across above your eyebrows and out towards your temples. Even around, lightly around the outside corners of your eyes, and then under the space of your eyes, right? Little gentle circles. Now there's some nice acupressure points or tender points that you might feel on the ridge at the top of your cheekbones, under your eyes, at the bottom of your eye sockets. So again, just take your time to slowly, gently, just a sweet little massage. Okay to make some funny faces. I'm the only one who will be on the recording. All right, good. And then you can massage around again towards the outside edges of your eyes, towards your temples. And then again, up around the top of your eyebrows, towards the center of your forehead. You might play a little with a little massage under your eyebrows as well. Again, it might just be a little circling. Inhaling and exhaling, keep your shoulders relaxed. And now, as we massage around again, let's start to work our way down in front of our ears. So, working the space in front of your ears, and then we've done this each week, so without too much of guidance, just start to massage your ears. Just really playing with this as a tool for regulation of the nervous system. Just a little massage, right? Massage, unrolling the ears, maybe rolling them back in. A little massage around, maybe a little gentle press or pinch of the flap in front of your ears. And then another one that I enjoy that we've done is fingers, very lightly pull down, so finger in your ear and just a tiny, tiny little bit. With that, you might notice that you're getting into the space of your jaw as well. So you might start to massage a little bit behind your ears. Good. And then we'll start to work our way again from in front of our ears forward towards our cheeks. So you don't have to go too far, and you'll start to feel that really strong jaw muscle. So just a little circling around. And again, it doesn't take a lot. It's just that hello to any muscles that may have gotten a little tight, and helping to release the vagus nerve. So you might start to massage now under your cheekbones, moving a little farther forward. Where we can really start to make the funny faces. Moving towards the space under the cheekbones, closer to your nose. And there's a acupressure point here around the space next to your nose, which is large intestine. So it can also be associated with letting go, which as we move into February is a really great month for spring cleaning. All right, so massaging, again, just mindful, gentle circles around the sides of your nose, perhaps, again, up the bridge of your nose, massaging in and around these spaces, tender, gentle massage. And then let's come to the space of the chin. A little massage around your chin. Just even a pressure point, taking your thumb towards the middle of the chin. A little massage there. And then one more point here we'll do under the nose. And so a little press, just a little massaging directly under your nose. A little gentle massage. Good. All right. And then again, let's do that just sweeping action. So sweeping your fingers from the crown of your head down towards your ears, and then across your forehead, and then down the space of your cheeks, a little down the space of the sides of your neck, massaging a little bit around the back. Good. Massaging moving down the front of your throat, gentle. Good. And then to the space of your heart. And then if you don't already have the practice of doing a thymus thump, you might just give a nice tap, tap, tap on your sternum. And then that little tapping, really boosting the immune system. Good. All right, very nice. Coming out through your hands, and then go ahead, shake out through your hands. And let your hands rest. Eyes open or closed. We'll just take 3 to 5 breaths, digesting the effects of your face yoga. And at any point, you can find that open mouth cleansing exhalation. It can be a really great way to assist your body with releasing anything that you are ready to let go of. Good. All right. When you are ready, let's do a little stretch let's start with our right leg. So we're just going to take a hold of our foot to knee and just start to circle our leg around. So with this, it might be a little awkward having one leg out. Maybe you bend it in. Maybe that is making it even more awkward. So finding a way where you can sit, lift up your right leg, and you'll circle around so you're stirring into that hip. And then circle the other way. So this time I'm not mirroring you, so this really is my right leg. So in case I switch and call it the other. All right. And then hold that back of your leg here. And then very gently, you're going to circle at your knee. So you're just going to, and again, knees like to just be a hinge joint. So you're not doing massive movements here, but just twirling your foreleg around, circling out. Good. And then doing the circles of your ankle. Oh my. And then let's go ahead and we'll take a hold of our leg from foot to knee again and just give it a little rocking. So you're rocking side to side here. So again, that might be a little awkward. You can always have that opposite leg out. See how that works for you. And for some of you, if you have been exploring or if it feels interesting, you might be taking that leg all the way up into a cradle and rocking here. So it would be a bit like a seated pigeon. But again, if you're newer to the practice or if this causes any breath holding or pain, then we're going to back away from that and just let it be that we're just moving and rocking that hip. All right. Excellent. And with that, bend your left leg in, take your right leg out if it was the right one that you were rocking. And we're going to again do this sweeping action. So you're going to sweep down and come back up. Sweeping down, come back up. Again, it's not a massive forward fold, but you are getting that effect of folding forward over that straight leg. All right, And then, as you are ready, we will switch to the other leg. So this side, you'll perhaps, it's your left leg this time. Bring your left leg in, and we're going to first circle. So circling the thigh bone in the hip socket. So circle it around and circle it around. So the practice in India at a lot of the ashrams is to do just that basic check-in with all of our joints. So this is quite a deep and intense practice that we're doing, checking in with these. It may not be that overly physically fast and moving. Let's hold the back breath back, but we're getting really deep effects. Moving into the ways in which we can practice staying connected to our thread, right? Holding that thread. So circling your foreleg, again, very mindful of your knee, not going too far or too fast. Circle it the other way if we haven't already. Good. And then ankle, check in with your ankle. Circling around and circling around. All right. And now that left leg will go out straight. Right leg is bent. If it's the leg that you were just working, that you'll have straight now. And again, you'll just run your hands down the leg and then back up. You might exhale as you hinge forward. This is a bit of your forward fold, and inhale as you come up. Exhale. Just take your time. Just really letting this be a time of self-care and plugging ourselves in to that most important relationship. All right, good. When you are complete, you'll shift to bottom of both feet together. And holding on to your feet or your ankles here. You might stay here or you might explore a bit of a forward fold. As you're folding forward over your legs, you might use your elbows onto your legs. And again, we're staying really plugged in, staying at our center. If you notice that you are drawn or coming out of your center, just pause and come back to your center. Coming back up from your seated forward fold, take both of your legs out. And with both legs out, we'll do that same action of both hands running down. And so just a couple of times here, and just thinking of this in a way of our arms and legs can essentially be a drain pipe from our body. So we have all the processing that happens in our central column, all of our digesting, all of our systems, and then we can help to clear anything out. Out through our arms, out through our legs. You might just do that with your arms as well. Right hand down one arm, fling it up, other arm, release it out. All right. Here, plant your hands behind you, bend your knees for a moment. We will start to just rotate legs here from side to side. So in this little windshield wiper motion, take your time. Again, stay connected to your thread. Maybe we started moving a little quickly. and pull this from our center. Now I'm finding that I'm inchworming forward on my mat, so maybe your windshield wipering your way along as well. Good. And then the next time that you have both of your legs over to your right side, let's go ahead and stay. And then sitting up. If we were leaning back on our hands, we'll go ahead and sit right on up. Good. And as you're sitting up, maybe you can bring your hands around to the right side. Maybe just right hand to the outside, left hand in front of your right shin. Now it might be available or interesting here to lean a little farther forward. Maybe you give a little reach or a stretch with your left arm. And then let's experiment here, lifting both of your hands. And then let's lower our hands back down, shift back through the middle. And now take both of your knees over to your left side. So with both of your knees bent over towards your left side, just tuning in, letting any stretching and opening that's ready to happen in for the space of your hips. Good. And again, we might start to lean forward, even turning a bit to the left now. Now be mindful of how it is for your knees, staying at a point that feels right for you. Left hand might be to the floor outside of your left leg. Right hand maybe outside of your shin or towards your knee. Again, maybe we stay here. Maybe we do experiment with leaning over a little farther to the left or reaching your right arm, just reaching and lengthening, reach it over to the left side, right arm to the left side. Stretching over. And then coming back still in the leg position, experiment with lifting your hands. And just feeling in here, maybe there's a little bit more dropping in, be mindful of your knees. Good. And then lean back with your hands again, bring your legs back up, and let's scoot our way all the way down onto our back. Now take your time, rolling down. You might wish to stretch everything out long. Reach your legs out straight, arms up overhead on the floor. Good. Find movement in your wrists and ankles again, a little dance of your fingers and your toes. Good. With both of your knees bent, plant your feet onto the floor. All right, excellent. Now here we're going to do just a little bit of core activation. So we'll either have our hands on the floor, and if we're taking that option of our arms alongside of our body, with the exhalation, we might just lift our head and shoulders any amount, reaching our arms and our fingers towards our feet, and then rest head and shoulders back down. Now, if it feels all right for your shoulders, you might opt for hands under your head. And with the exhalation, lifting head and shoulders any amount, and then lower your head and shoulders back down. So either variation or just visualizing that you're doing it. Find what works for you. We're going to do 3 to 5 more, slow and steady. Again, exhale. If your arms are beside you, you might just float your arms, reach for your heels. Inhale, head and shoulders back down. Be gentle with yourself, very mindful of these movements. Often harder when we go slowly. Moving with your breath. Let's exhale. Inhale. Exhale. and inhale. Good. All right. When you are complete, relax your arms by your sides. Cross your right leg all the way above your left leg. So instead of ankle over your knee, you'll cross your whole thigh up on top. Right thigh all the way up over left thigh. And then strong through your core, so protecting your low back if you need to. You can always put your hands under your hips. We're going to bring our knees in this position in towards our chest. Oh, there's that crunch. So the legs are crossed. Now, if it's in your practice, you might take full eagle legs. It may be that you're crossing your legs twice. So with just that one cross, I'm going to take that one today. It feels right for my hips. Here, let's bring one hand on top of the other on that knee that's on top, which is perhaps your right one. And then push your knees into your hands and your hands into your knees. Just for 3. Keep pushing. And 2. Keep pushing. And 1. Good. And release your hands. Release that press. Take your feet back down to the floor. Second side. Cross your left leg all the way up over your right leg. Again, as you bring your legs into your chest in this position, you might put your hands on your hips. Sometimes that can support the core as you bring your legs in. Again, optional to take that double cross if that's in your practice, or just one cross of the legs feels pretty good for the hips today as well. Here again, keeping your feet lifted. This time, you'll place one hand and the other on top of your left knee. And then as you're pushing your thighs away, let your knees be pushing in your hands at the same time. Good. Keep that strong core engagement. Stay steady for 3. Keep pressing, keep breathing for 2. Keep going, you've got this for 1. Excellent. And release the press of your hands and knees. Bring your feet back down. Now respond to your body. It might feel really glorious to do a few of these windshield wiper motions. Again, perhaps a full body stretch is what you find yourself doing. Just noticing here, respond. Maybe you want a little bit of both. Windshield wipers and also a full body stretch. All right. Come in to our reclined twist. Gather your right knee into your chest. Now here, it might feel all right to hold in front of your knee or your shin, or optional, you could hold behind your thigh. Either way, we're aiming to really hug this right thigh into our right hip. Keep your shoulders as gloriously relaxed as possible. Notice that thread. And then we can move this into a one-legged twist. Your right arm can come open to the floor, and then you'll use your left hand to guide this bent knee across the midline of your body. So you might just go a little bit. You might start to roll farther over towards your left hip. You can reach your right arm open more if that helps to balance. Stay steady with your breathing. Really connected at your center. And then as you are complete, come back to center. Give that knee another squeeze directly in towards your chest. And then relax your right foot to the floor. Stretch that leg all the way out long. Here, optionally, you could windshield wiper your feet, just rotating your legs in and out a few times. Maybe that full body stretch between sides. That can feel wonderful to stretch through the abdomen after just giving it a little bit of a twist. And then we'll take the second side. So first, your left knee will come directly in. You'll be here for about 3 to 5 breaths. So keeping very relaxed and spacious through your heart to your chest and your shoulders. Noticing that you have that heightened sense of awareness. So should your jaw or forehead activate, you've observed and noticed, you're developing that habit of finding when that starts to show up, when your body is giving you these signals, finding your way back to center, back to your thread, developing these practices on our mat greatly enhances our experience of greater ease and steadiness off of the mat. Again, with your twist, on this side, it will be your left arm that can release out to the floor. Use your right hand to help to guide your leg any amount across your body. So maybe you move it just a little. Perhaps you start to roll over towards your right hip. A few full, steady breaths in your twist. When you feel complete, return to center, give that left leg another squeeze. And then left foot to the floor, stretch your leg out long. Again, it might be a little rotation of your legs, turning your feet in and out, shaking out through your legs gently, or just directly into that sweet, gentle, full body stretch. Now check in with yourself here. We're moving towards our final posture to really rest and digest. In this final pose, optional to have your legs extended out long, or you could decide to have your knees bent. Maybe you have some yoga props that you like to use, a bolster for under your knees, perhaps covering yourself with a blanket, or putting on a few more layers. Maybe you're putting your socks back on. Take a moment to get comfortable. If you have an eye pillow or a scarf, you might place that over your eyes for Shavasana. And this pose gives us that ultimate practice of really letting go. So as you find your way towards a comfortable position where you feel like you can really rest in stillness, scan through. See if you could make yourself even 5 to 10% more comfortable. Situate your shoulders, your arms, your head, your legs. When you feel ready to come to stillness, you might take one of those sighing exhales out through your mouth. Really letting that signal to your body to relax and let go. And as we take a few moments here, gently scan through, scanning from the crown of your head to the tips of your toes. Find yourself completely relaxed. Release any holding or any efforting. Dropping any muscular engagement. Feel your body fully held by the earth. Yourself really release, land, even spreading out like water. There's a thread you follow. It goes among things that change, but it doesn't change. People wonder about what you are pursuing. You have to explain about the thread, but it is hard for others to see. While you hold it, you can't get lost. You don't ever let go of the thread. Now, some of you may decide to remain here for a little while longer. As you become ready, you could start to explore a little movement with your fingers and your toes. A gentle stretch with your arms and your legs. Take your time. And then roll to your right side. You might use your arm as a pillow and rest on your side for a few breaths. As you press yourself up to seated, feel that strong connection to your thread. That awareness at your center. And then bringing your hands together, palms touching in front of your heart. Here, you might just offer a gentle prayer for your life, for your family. May all beings be healthy. May all beings be free of suffering. May all beings be peaceful. Find a deep inhale in through the nose. Pause and hold that breath. And then exhale out through the nose or mouth. Again, a deep inhale in through the nose. Pause, hold that breath for just a moment. And again, exhale through the nose or through the mouth. Good. A sweet inhale again in through the nose. The light in me bows to the light in you. Peace be with you and namaste. Thank you so much, dear friends. Be sure to enjoy a nutritious meal, perhaps a warm tea before bed. If you have any questions, feel free to stick around and ask afterwards. If you would like to add your email address into the chat, or you can send it to me through charlotteboyyoga.com, or you can reach out to me on Facebook. If you try the morning warm lemon water, let me know next week when we're back together how it goes. And remembering that small things done over time lead to great results. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Heidi.
Thank you, Heidi.
Thank you.
Thank you.